Hello students, I am Mr. Sandeep here, and in the chapter of plastic technology, let us start our session with different plastic molding processes. So in the earlier session of introduction of plastic technology, we have classified the polymer, that is under category of polymer, and in the polymer there are elastomer, thermosetting and thermoplastic. So let us start our discussion on manufacturing process or molding process for plastic. So there is a main difference between the thermosetting and thermoplastic. In the thermosetting, it cannot be reshaped with application of heat, and in the thermoplastic, it can be softened or reshaped with application of heat. So let us start our discussion on different processes, that is molding process, right? So here I mentioned the different molding processes that is generally used for plastic. So for the plastic component making, these processes are very useful. So here I mentioned the first process, that is nothing but injection molding process, different compression molding process, transfer molding process and blow molding process. So let us start our discussion on different processes. First process is the injection molding process. So as per the name, in the injection molding process, what happens? Here we are discussing on plastic component manufacturing process. So injection molding process is very useful, in which what is the principle? With help of injection the liquid plastic in the die or cavity, we can make the component according to cavity. So here injection means to inject the heated or liquid plastic into the mold or die or cavity, right? So in the injection molding, our purpose is to inject the liquid plastic in the die or cavity. So here I mentioned the different important points regarding the injection molding, right? So in the injection molding, your purpose is to heat up the plastic, convert it into the flowing or liquid plastic, then fill the mold or cavity according to your product requirement, right? So here I mentioned one important video for the injection molding process. So here in the injection molding, as per our discussion, your plastic will be converted into liquid with help of heater, and with application of screw type construction or piston type construction, you can flow your liquid plastic into the cavity, and after cooling you can eject your component, right? So this is the very simple process that is known as a injection molding process, right? So in the injection molding, your purpose is to make any component according to your die shape, right? So once again, we repeat the injection molding process. Injection molding is simple process in which liquid plastic can be filled in the die or cavity. So let us start our discussion in different processes other than injection molding. So here one thing is very interesting. For any plastic molding process, the raw material is the plastic balls or plastic pellets. So in this figure I mentioned the raw material for the plastic, that is known as a plastic pellets or plastic balls, right? So plastic pellets are the raw material that can be converted into liquid plastic in any molding process with application of heat, right? So here I mentioned the another view for the injection molding process. So this process can be used for different plastic component manufacturing like pipe fittings and different battery casing also, right? So in this, one screw type construction is used, one chamber is there, heating coil is there, and with help of die you can shape your plastic component, right? So after injection molding, let us start our discussion on compression molding process. So as per the name, in the compression molding, what happens? With help of one movable die or one movable construction, you can compress your plastic according to your die shape, right? So you can give the shape to your plastic component according to your requirement. So as per the name, one press type of construction is used in which we can apply the compressive force to your heating plastic component, right? So as per the name, here I mentioned the compression process or compression molding process in this video, right? So for the compression molding, as per our discussion, one movable chamber is there, one movable part is there, and with help of this compressive force you can reshape your component, right? So in the compression molding, you can apply your upper part of piston, and with help of compressive force your final plastic can be molded according to your die shape, right? So here I mentioned the image for the compression molding also. So with help of compressive force you can reshape your component, right? And after that you can easily eject your component. So I mentioned the transfer molding also. So transfer molding is the one plastic molding process in which your heated component can be transferred to the die, right? So here the heating component or chamber is located at some distance from your die or say cavity, right? That's why it is known as a transfer molding. So in the transfer molding, your heated plastic part or liquid plastic can be transferred to your die or say cavity, right? So here I mentioned the transfer molding view. So in the transfer molding, one part is there where we can apply or say when your plastic charge is placed, and after application of heat your plastic can be transferred to the different cavities, right? So as per your requirement you can reshape or mold your plastic component. Here I mentioned the blow molding process, which is very useful for bottle making. So for the plastic bottle, it is made of blow molding. So as per the name, with blowing or say with blowing of air, you can make the plastic bottle, right? So here I mentioned the main view or say different steps and process for the blow molding. So as per the name, by blowing the air with help of some component and arrangement, you can make the plastic bottle, right? So how can we make the plastic bottle? Here I mentioned in this video, right? So here between two dies, one plastic component is placed, and with help of blowing air with some rod, you can make, or so we can blow your bottle, or in simple word you can make your bottle, right? So once again, let's have a look on the blow molding. Between two molds, with help of some blowing rod, you can make your bottle with help of air pressure, right? So this is known as a blow molding process, right? So different types of molding processes are useful according to your component requirement. So this is all about the different molding processes. Thank you all of you.